Hi, this is John with Elite Perfection Inspection. So we're here in Long Island, New York. We're looking at a high ranch built in 1982. This is actually a modular home. But right now we are looking at the boiler room, so something a typical inspection will look for. One of the things we noticed, we want to have a metal door. We always want the door and the frame around the boiler room to be fire rated. I see we have our outside shut-off switch over here. We usually have an outside switch to shut the boiler off in case of a problem. You don't want to have to go into the room. Now what you do, open the door, take a look at the boiler, see what you have over here. And it looks like the boiler has been winterized. The burner is over here on the side. You see we have an oil-fired burner. We have a Wheel McLean. This is a cast iron boiler. We don't have any data plate on it. It's probably about 10 years old or so. If this thing was on, we would be able to look at the flame, but right now we don't have that luxury. So now we're looking in the firebox. We want to make sure that the firebox is protected. The firebox basically protects the boiler from heating up. The water is on the outside, comes through your coil over here. I see you are missing an expansion tank. This is a hydronic boiler. We have 1, 2, 3 zones for heat. One zone that goes through your hot water tank. So this is what happens a lot of times in Long Island and other places. You don't have a separate hot water heater. So what you have here is you have what they consider a tankless coil. You have a supply and return back to the boiler being heated by this extra zone over here. So you have 50 gallons of hot water sitting there at all times. So right now you have no hot water to the house. So when the boiler is not on, the hot water is not on. Another thing we look for, which they have here, is ventilation. You always want the boiler room to be ventilated. In case there's a problem with incomplete combustion, it builds up carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide is dangerous. We also usually want a carbon monoxide detector located right outside the boiler room area. I don't see one here, so we're going to suggest that they put one in. You want everything sheetrocked. Everywhere sheetrock is actually fireproof, so you want the boiler to be fireproof. You don't want it to be exposed to the beams, the wooden beams from upstairs. So doesn't have to be finished, but as long as it's sheetrock, we don't have a problem. So that's what we can tell on this boiler for now. Looks like the aerator up top is leaking, probably have to be replaced. Looks like they had a problem also probably with their expansion tank. They need to get an expansion tank over here. An expansion tank on a hydronic boiler is where the water goes to release the pressure, so it doesn't release it inside the pipes. See here, you only have 3/4 inch going up towards most of the house. We'll be able to check your chimney a little bit better from the outside. Your flue damper here. You see the little hole on the top over there, if you can get in over there. That's usually what happens is after they come and they service it, that's usually where the boiler guy sticks his gun in and he gets the reading. Let you know what kind of temperatures you're putting out to your stack, let you know how clean the boiler is on the inside. Oils are very dirty. It's very dirty compared to a gas, and it has to be cleaned on an annual basis. Not that gas is not supposed to be looked at, but oil tends to be much dirtier. Also, the drawback of oil is it has to be delivered, it has to be pumped in. You have strainers, they can get clogged. Gas is free flowing. The advantages of oil is oil burns hotter in BTUs, so it produces more bang for the buck. Okay, well, so this is some, typical stuff we're looking at. We see all our aquastat here, our zones. I see the boiler's off for now. The supply doesn't look like a bad boiler. Probably just winterized it for now. You also have a couple of circuit breaker panels in here. But we're going to go look at the electrical on the other side for now. So these are probably just some sub panels. Alright.